Their engagement announcement. The conversation included a question about whether or not they were in love. The People's Princess shyly looked down and responded, "Of course," while the prince smiled and replied,
"Whatever in love means."
While getting dropped off at nursery, 3-year-old Prince Harry couldn't help but stick it to the press. He stuck his tongue out at photographers in classic childhood fashion. During a visit to Malta, Camilla Parker Bowles struggled with her umbrella while stepping off the plane due to blustery conditions. She couldn't get it to stay open and had to be helped by a flight attendant.
Camilla and Prince Charles were visiting Malta, and as they stepped off their plane, the rather blustery conditions proved totally overwhelming for Camilla and her umbrella. As she attempted to join her husband outside, the Duchess was met by a huge gust of wind that basically forced her into a 1v1 with her umbrella that she just could not get to stay open.
Rather than the calm demeanor usually expected from the royal family, Prince Charles is seen grooving and even break dancing, which felt embarrassing compared to royal expectations. Taking a page from his father's playbook, Prince William showed off his dance moves on the island of Tuvalu in 2012.
Prince William proving he can hold his own on the dance floor, showing off his moves on the island of Tuvalu in 2012.
When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle attended the launch of a cookbook written by Grenfell Tower survivors, Prince Harry found himself in an uncomfortable moment. After his mother-in-law kissed a volunteer on both cheeks, Harry stepped forward to do the same, but the volunteer stepped back in surprise.
The launch of a cookbook written by Grenfell Tower survivors. After his mother-in-law had kissed a volunteer on both cheeks, Harry stepped forward to do the same. However, the volunteer seemed surprised to have the prince approaching her and took a step back.
A simple mistake turned a special moment into an embarrassing one when Prince William struggled to get the wedding band onto Princess Kate's finger. The ring had been ordered slightly too small.
Recently lost weight and had to have the precious Diana heirloom resized, so she went ahead and ordered the wedding band in a smaller size as well. But as it turned out, that size was ever so slightly too small. When it came time for Prince William to put the ring on his bride during his vows, he struggled to get it over her knuckle.
Another uncomfortable moment occurred during the engagement interview of Prince Charles and Princess Diana, when Charles described Diana as a very jolly and amusing and attractive 16-year-old.
Engagement announcement. When asked what his first impression of his future wife was when they first met, the Prince of Wales answered confidently,
Well, I remember thinking what a very jolly and amusing and attractive 16-year-old she was.
At 12 years Diana Sr., Charles' comments didn't track well. The couple got married when Charles was 32 and Diana had just turned 20.
While cameras were focused on her, Princess Charlotte perfectly executed a cheeky stunt that had everyone laughing. During a visit to Guernsey in June 2007, Princess Anne slipped and fell to the ground before quickly being helped back up. During a photo call for the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Britain in 2015, Prince Philip ran out of patience and snapped at a photographer.
But any other self-respecting royal would, and that's snap at the photographer.
During the coronation of his grandfather, Prince Louis stole the show with classic youngest child shenanigans, waving and dancing on the balcony. After a meeting at a health center in Malawi, Prince Harry shut down a persistent reporter, reminding them that the royal family does not do unscheduled interviews.
Is that why it's important for you to come here and talk to them?
They behave like this.
2 days after welcoming Prince Louis, Prince William was caught falling asleep during a church service at Westminster Abbey.
Prince William was caught falling asleep during a church service at Westminster Abbey. The clip instantly prompted sympathy for the proud dad, who was likely up all night.
At the Invictus Games, Prince Harry shared a lighthearted moment when a young girl helped herself to his popcorn.
This took place in the stands of a volleyball match at the Invictus Games, where he found himself seated next to a then 2-year-old girl. While he was enjoying his popcorn, the little one, named Emily, hysterically stole some for herself. After catching the adorable thief, Harry teased her, but was more than happy to share his snack. As a former mischievous young'un himself, he seemed to have gotten just as much of a kick out of the interaction as we did. And if there's any questions about what he's like as a dad, this sweet moment is a good indication.
During Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's first public event after their wedding, Harry was interrupted mid-speech by a persistent bee and joked about it.
The garden location attracted some uninvited guests, and while Harry was giving a speech for his father, he was interrupted by a bee. At first, the prince tried to ignore it, and then he gently swatted the bug away. Harry simply made a joke out of it all with his usual charm, saying,
"That bee really got me."
During a TV interview with Prince Charles, Ian Meldrum was visibly nervous, fumbling his lines, forgetting questions, and swearing multiple times.
Asked for a glass of water and forgot his questions. Meldrum even apologized to Charles. An unfazed Prince of Wales reassured the Australian journalist that everything was okay, then suggested bringing on a teleprompter to read from, but unfortunately there wasn't one.
Your Royal Highness. Oh, I'm sweating like a pig.
Meldrum became so flustered that a production crew member stepped in to offer encouragement and attempt to calm him down. However, as his nerves continued to grow, the veteran interviewer dropped the F-bomb several times. He even stood up to adjust his pants directly in front of the camera, as an amused Prince Charles watched. The audience's raucous laughter didn't help the situation much, especially considering the interview was for ABC's highly respected and influential music show Countdown.
And, dear.
In 2017, while in Canada, Prince Charles and Camilla struggled to hold back laughter during a traditional Inuit throat singing performance.
In 2017,
Kate Middleton experienced a wardrobe mishap during a visit to a war museum in Delhi when the wind lifted her dress in a Marilyn Monroe-style moment.
This happened when she and her husband, Prince William, visited a national war memorial in Delhi. While the two of them laid down a wreath to honor the dead, the wind began blowing Middleton's dress up. The Duchess was reminiscent of the famous Marilyn Monroe photo, with the white dress blowing up around her.
A similar wardrobe mishap occurred at Princess Eugenie's wedding when a gust of wind lifted a guest's dress.
Was wearing a gorgeous fuchsia Alexander McQueen dress with a full skirt. So far, so good. But when she stepped outside of St. George's Chapel, a sudden gust of wind turned her dress into a sail, blowing her skirt straight up and creating a Marilyn Monroe moment. Luckily, Kate managed to pin down her skirt just in time. What a pro. It turns out the Duchess has a system in place
While visiting war graves in Kenya, King Charles lost his footing, fell, then recovered by casually putting on his sunglasses.
guys, you're gonna have to move around a little. Come on.
Another wardrobe mishap for Kate occurred during a visit to the Irish Guards Parade when her shoe heel got stuck, which she handled gracefully.
The heel of her shoe slipped into a grate and got stuck. Apparently, Kate wasn't too rattled by the awkward accident.
The Queen made a quick exit after being confronted with Prince George's enthusiastic mixing skills. During President Trump's 2018 visit, the Queen had to subtly guide him when he appeared unsure of where to walk.
During President Donald Trump's 2018 visit, he seemed unsure of what to do when the Queen brought him to inspect the royal guard. The president first walked in front of the Queen, then he stopped abruptly, so she had to walk around him to direct him where to go next. The interaction was awkward to watch.
During a visit to Liverpool, a Korean fan hugged Camilla, visibly surprising the Duchess.
Korea hugged Camilla during a royal visit to Liverpool. The Duchess appeared to be shaken up. As noted by Hello magazine,
An awkward moment occurred on a BBC Christmas special when Prince William reached for Kate's arm, but she immediately pulled away.
The couple had an awkward moment when Kate seemed to shrug off a rare affectionate gesture from her husband. The incident occurred on BBC's Christmas special, A Very Royal Christmas. At one point during the show, William reached out to touch Kate's arm, but Kate seemed to instantly shrink away. While Kate didn't let her face
The horses pulling Princess Beatrice's carriage became spooked, forcing royal guards to intervene. After a visit to a London theater in 2019, Princess Kate nearly stumbled before Prince William instinctively steadied her.
The Duchess must have placed a foot wrong because she appeared to stumble just before she reached the car. What made the awkward moment totally adorable, though, was how her husband instinctively...
During a visit to New Zealand, a bumblebee startled both Camilla and Prince Charles while they were interacting with a reptile.
Attention was focused elsewhere. A bumblebee dove towards Camilla, who swatted it away. So the bee went for Charles, who reportedly yelped. Royals might have crowns and jewels, but they're just as scared of bugs.
During a signing in Northern Ireland, King Charles grew frustrated with a leaking fountain pen and openly complained about it.
King Charles III has lost his temper with a leaking fountain pen at a signing ceremony in Northern Ireland. Oh God, I hate this.
During the opening of a building named after the Queen, a young boy unexpectedly dropped to the ground and crawled away mid-greeting.
Her way down the line, greeting all the attending families. But as she stopped to talk to Nathan and his parents, the child dropped to the ground and crawled as fast as he could toward an exit. Trying to smooth things over, his mom joked, "That's his version of a bow."
In 1986, Princess Diana smashed a bottle over Prince Charles's head during a ceremony, something even Charles later admitted was done too hard.
Princess Diana smashes a sugar glass bottle over Prince Charles's head, 1986. Diana was waiting decades to do that.
Too hard.
Young Princess Eugenie created an awkward moment when she stood on Queen Elizabeth's foot and was gently told off.
Queen was spotted telling poor Eugenie off after she stood on the monarch's foot while on a family trip at Balmoral Castle. The footage was filmed by the BBC in the 1990s, and the little princess can be seen standing next to the Queen while her sister and older cousins are riding ponies.
Ow! It's my foot you're standing on.
Another wedding day mishap occurred at Princess Eugenie's wedding when the ring didn't fit and had to be forced on.
To a problem when it came time for Jack to slip Eugenie's Welsh gold wedding band on her finger. The ring didn't quite fit. Brooksbanks struggled quite a lot to push the wedding band onto his bride's finger, and perhaps, due to the awkwardness of the moment, made a silly face. Fortunately, the princess rescued her husband-to-be.
During the wedding of Prince Charles and Princess Diana, Diana nervously recited Charles's name incorrectly during the vows.
Francis.
Hi, Diana Francis.
Take thee, Charles Philip Arthur George.
Take thee, Philip Charles Arthur George.
But with a name like Charles Philip Arthur George, who can blame her for saying Philip Charles Arthur George instead?
When Prince William was described as buff, he later joined in and embarrassed himself further by playing along.
Prince William was described as buff. Prince Charles wasn't going to let his son escape without embarrassment.
I do hope that the club will go from strength to strength under its new and enthusiastic management. And I know that my eldest will now demonstrate his buff credentials.
Even royalty isn't exempt from tech trouble, as the Queen struggled with Wi-Fi despite ruling a nation.
Family tech support. Because when the Queen can rule a nation but can't work the Wi-Fi, someone's gotta step in.
Good morning. At Windsor? Good morning. I'm very glad to have been able to join you. Can you see everybody? You should have 6 people on your screen. Yes, well, I can see 4 anyway. Okay, fair enough. Actually, don't need me. You know what I look like.
During a skiing trip in Switzerland, Princess Diana stumbled on a slope, turning the fall into a lighthearted moment.
The snow.
During one Swiss trip, the pair made their way down a ski slope, but Diana was unable to stick the landing. After taking a tumble, Sarah skied over to check on her friend, and they of course shared a laugh over the ordeal.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you did that.
After decades of waiting for the throne, King Charles briefly tried his hand as a weatherman, but couldn't stick to the script.
Things up, literally. After spending decades waiting for the throne, he took a quick detour and tried his hand at being a weatherman, swapping palace talk for forecasts about sunshine and rain.
In the west, rain will be lighter and patchier. There will maybe a few drier interludes over Dumfries House in Ayrshire. Aha! There'll be snow for the higher ground of the Highlands and Aberdeenshire. The potential for a few flurries over Balmoral. Who the hell wrote this script? As the afternoon goes on. The best of the drier